Like all beginnings, mine were fairly humble. It's amazing what you can do in real life, even more amazing what you can do in Football Manager. It's where it all started for me.
Another duel with Trippier. Son, it's in! Just an ear doggy right on the line for Tottenham Hotspur. Do it again. And Jorginho has lost it to Maddison. And Maddison can drive. And Son is in! 2-2 in no time! No time at all! It's us, it's them, it's us!
Yeah,
Maddison. Richarlison, Son!
Today, we're going to see Postecoglou's 4-3-3 tactic, and I'll show it to you into FM24 because it's very broken. But first, Tottenham, a team that hasn't won a trophy in 17 years, with 5 different managers from 2019.
Yeah, but Tottenham is the history of the Tottenham.
Since the Australians' arrival, however, Tottenham managed to have an outstanding start of the season, managing to hold their own against big teams such as Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester United. But now, let's analyze his tactics. Postecoglou deploys the team in a traditional 4-3-3 with 2 CMMs and 1 CDM, but in possession it moves into a 2-3-4-1 thanks to the 2 full-backs. In fact, while Arteta and Guardiola use 1 inverted fullback, the Australian manager uses both, creating a 2-1-2 during the first build-up phase, where the CDM moves towards the central defenders, and the fullbacks move centrally to create numerical superiority. This 2-3-4-1 creates great density in the middle of the field, where the fullbacks and midfielders can find plenty of free space to receive the ball. When the opponents prevent them from building up in this way, one of the midfielders drops down and spreads out, while the striker, the winger, and the other midfielder arrange themselves to create double diamond-shaped passing lines from the defense. This deployment creates direct passing lines that can be dangerous and unpredictable for opponents.
Lovely exchange of Kulusevski. Nearly gets that right to Saar, but he'll keep going here. Saar, early. What a ball! And James Maddison is there to meet it at Villa Park.
In the finishing phase, the squad positioning remained the same, adding positional rotations between wingers and full-backs. For example, if the wingers spread as wide as possible, they create spaces that can be attacked by the inverted full-backs or the 2 midfielders. Alternatively, if the opponent's defense is narrow, both wingers move inwards, creating space on the outside for the full-backs to overlap. On average, therefore, they attack in 7 close to the opponent's area, interchanging positions so as not to give the opponent's defense any points of reference. Without the ball, the priority is to win the ball in advanced positions to be more dangerous.
3-on-1 here. Son with Johnson.
The 2-3-4-1 moves into a 4-1-3-2, where the striker and 1 CM press the 2 center backs. The wingers press the fullbacks, while the other CM marks the opposing CDM. A big weakness of this tactic are the open spaces left on the flanks by the fullbacks. To prevent this, the CDM often drops to the defender's line, creating a back 3. Now, let's see this tactic on FM24. Let's see the player's instructions. First, we have the sweeper keeper on support, who helps the first build-up. The right back is an inverted wing back on attack. The center backs are ball-playing defenders on defense to build the game from their line. The left back is an inverted wing back on attack who creates the 2-1-2 during the first build-up phase. The CDM is a deep-lying playmaker on defense with added instruction, tackle harder. He has the job of managing possession and looking for the best passing lines. The right CM is a box-to-box midfielder on support with added instructions. Stay wider and mark the opposing CDM to help the team in both playing phases. The left CM is a roaming playmaker on support with added instruction. Mark the opposing left center back. He creates passing lines thanks to his movements to help the team build up. The left wing is an inverted winger on attack with added instructions. roam from position and mark the opposing right back. He roams to create spaces. The striker is a deep-lying forward with added instructions. Roam from position and mark the opposing right center back. He moves to create open spaces in advanced areas. And finally, the right wing is an inverted winger on attack with added instructions. Roam from position and mark the opposing left back. Like the left wing, he moves around a lot, switching positions with his teammates. Now let's see the squad instructions. In possession, we have fairly wide as attacking width, pass into space and play out of defense as approach play, mixed crosses, shorter passing directness and higher tempo. In transition, we have counter press when possession has been lost, counter when possession has been won, distribute to center backs and take short kicks as distribution type. Out of possession, we have high press as line of engagement, higher defensive line, trigger press more often and step up more for defensive line. I'm using this tactic on my Juventus save, and I'm dominating Serie A, playing maybe the most beautiful football I've ever seen on FM. I'll show you some clips and pictures to give you an idea of how broken it is. This is the 2-1-2 deployment in game. This is the double diamond explained before. This is the finishing phase with 7 players near the opposing area. I'll show you some action clips with these tactics.